This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello.
Hola!
Bonjour.
Konnichiwa.
Ni hao.
Ciao!
Annyeonghaseyo.
Mabuhay!
Welcome to Washington State.
Explore the sights. Discover new things.
Appreciate the arts, music, and food.
Travel to new places.
Meet the people.
Make new friends.
In other words,
come
home with us.
Come home with us.
This is INCRadio Seattle, Washington.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers all around the world. My name is Brother Joshua Weber from the local of Everett, here in the sometimes sunny, today fairly cloudy district of Washington State. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And today we're going to be discussing our summer plans. So it's going to be a really nice, laid-back topic for us today, and we're just going to go right into it. But before we get into that, we have our guests that will be joining us today. So without further ado, starting with Sister Mia. So Sister Mia, go ahead and introduce yourself and give any shout outs if you have any at this time.
Hi, my name is Sister Mia, and I'm from the locale of Tacoma. And I want to shout out all my family and all the brethren at Tacoma. Also, hashtag Tacoma.
Perfect. All right. And now we also have Brother Adriel. So same with you. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro, and give any shout outs if you have any.
Hello, my name is Brother Adriel Tensinko, and I'm from the locale of Bremerton, and I would like to shout out Bremerton. Happy anniversary. Also, hashtag Bremerton. I would also like to shout out my family. And I would also like to shout out Sister Michelle Ruiz for inviting me onto the show. Yeah.
There we go. Shout out to Sister Michelle. All righty. So before we begin with our discussion for today, we have our YouTube question. And that is, so what are your summer plans or summer goals? One more time. What are your summer plans or summer goals? We'll go ahead and read a few of those comments as they start flowing in through our YouTube chat while we have our discussion for today. So, starting with Sister Mia, what are your summer plans or summer goals? I know that it's kind of towards the end of our summer here, but in general, we could kind of put it there, like, what are your summer plans or summer goals?
I would say my summer plans or summer goals are to be more active and go outside more, since I want to really breathe in that fresh Washington air and be more active too.
Definitely. We got a lot of, I think this summer in particular wasn't too bad in terms of heat. So definitely a lot more fresh summer air here in Washington. How about you, Brother Adriel? What are your summer plans or goals?
Well, I kind of completed my summer plans. I went to the Philippines. I also went snorkeling. It was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, how long were you in the Philippines for?
I was in the Philippines for about 3 weeks. It was a pretty long time, I guess.
Yeah, almost a month. So, what were you doing in the Philippines? Just visiting or just purely vacation?
I would say both. I was visiting my family and I was on there for vacation.
That's the best way to do it, right?
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll also go back a little bit on to what Sister Mia was also mentioning. So, Sister Mia, I know you had mentioned that you wanted to go out more, be more active. So, were you able to go and do that this summer, or is there still, since the summer is not exactly over yet, are you still planning on fulfilling that within the last month we got here?
I would say yes, because my family and I are going to more parks and being more active and just walking around and being a good family together.
That's good. That's great. It's always fun, especially when, like with Brother Adriel, but now also with you, Sister Mia, to spend that time with, family. And I feel like that's a lot of our goals, especially during the summer, is not only just be out there, but to spend time with our families. So I guess that kind of answers my question here. But is there an inspiration? Well, I guess we'll start with Brother Adriel. Is there an inspiration for your summer like goals or bucket list?
No, I just did it just to do it.
Just for the yep, just for the love of it, right?
Yeah.
Just to go and have fun. How about you, Sister Mia? Was there any inspiration or anyone specifically that kind of inspired you for those goals that you had for this summer?
I would say my uncle and my mom, since when they were younger, they had different types of bucket lists that they did when they were kids in the summer. So I really want to just try and do that with my siblings as well.
Okay. So is there anything, Brother Adriel, is there something new that that you wanted to try? I know obviously you had just come from the Philippines, so I would assume that there was some new stuff that you were able to experience there, but is there anything that you didn't quite yet that you wanted to try this summer?
Honestly, I really want to try golfing. It sounds really fun, and I just want to try it just for the love of it too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Golfing is one of those things that it's like when I was younger, it didn't seem as interesting, but as you get older, like it seems pretty fun. Like I feel like it would be a really fun thing to do.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Sister Mia? Is there anything new that you wanted to try this summer?
I'm gonna try getting out of my comfort zone, and honestly, I really wanted to try rock climbing. And honestly, I feel like that'd be a good type of thing for me since it's helping me come out of my shell.
Nice. I know here in Everett, specifically with some of the Kadiwa here, they've been doing some rock climbing. I know it's been a bit since we've all been super busy with all of our other activities here with church, but they started going rock climbing. So it's interesting to hear a lot more brethren talking about going rock climbing. I know Brother Angel's reacting. I think you can see the pictures there that we're having up on our thing. So actually, if you'd like, Brother Adriel, if you can give us a little insight of what's going on with some of those pictures that you're seeing.
Okay, so with that first picture, I went ATV riding. Like, my clothes, they got really dirty, and it was a pretty great experience though. I almost fell off the ATV. Yeah. And with the second picture with like the snakes, I got to see a bunch of snakes, and as well as like monkeys and like parrots and stuff. And then with those pictures, I got to see a bunch of like fishes and as well as turtles. I get, or there's only one turtle. Yeah,
But still,
I assume awesome, though.
That's awesome. I assume that's from when you went snorkeling.
Yeah.
Nice. I can totally agree with that. You know, like almost falling off, but it was still awesome. When I had went to the Philippines quite a while ago, we went over to the like sand dunes, and over there they have the jeeps that you would drive. Well, not us, but they would have a driver that would go through the whole course over the sand dunes, and it is quite the experience. Even though it feels like you're about to fall off, it is very fun. So I could definitely I can relate with that one. All right, so back to Sister Mia. How is it that you plan on accomplishing, I know, some of those goals that you had mentioned, you know, going out and things like that? How are you planning on doing that?
Honestly, I'll probably just go with the flow and do what my mom tells me since she's the one who drives me to the places. So yeah, I would say just like go with the flow.
Oh, I know exactly how that is, Sister Mia. Trust me. Especially growing up, you know, a lot of the times it's just kind of wherever the rest of the family is kind of migrating to for that day, you just kind of go out with them. But especially with those moments, you know, you have to take those times and definitely live in those moments rather than just be like, oh, I don't want to be here. But, you know, I know it can be hard, especially because, you know, I personally don't feel like I'm a very social person. Obviously, I've gotten to be more social, but, you know, it's a lot easier said than done to break those personal boundaries that you set for yourself. But, you know, I'm rooting for you, Sister Mia. So definitely get out there, go rock climbing, go out, do all those things, have a lot of fun, and enjoy every single moment. Because trust me, it makes the difference. All right. So, Brother Adriel, how is it that you? I guess you kind of already accomplished some of those, but how did you plan on accomplishing your like summer bucket list?
Um, I didn't really have a plan. I just went with the flow with it, like what Mia said. I just um, I kind of just I just went with the flow. Yeah.
There we go. I mean, that's kind of how the way we go with things nowadays. Um, Before we continue, I have a few responses here from our YouTube chat. So from Brother Andrew Santa Monica, my summer goals or quarter 3 of 2025 is to finish my 5 musical analysis reports for the music I make. I publish a poetry book, learn 100 of finance tips, and find a better job. There we go. Hashtag Seattle. All very great goals, Brother Andrew. I'm saying it as if I don't see him right there. But, the rest of us will be able to see Brother Andrew's wonderful smile here in a few minutes when he takes over for our CFO in action. But before then, we have another response from Brother Von Torres. I'm in the Mexican Cafe in Mount Vernon, trying this place for the first time ever. Hashtag Oak Harbor. There we go. New restaurants are always a fun thing to explore. Greetings from Brother Mario Oka. Good morning here in the Philippines, and enjoy watching here on INCRadio Seattle satellite studio. Greetings from the local of Brixton, district of Caloocan North. Nice to meet you, brother. And happy viewing from over there. Greeting from Brother Relly Rivera, our assistant district minister here. A happy Saturday and happy viewing to all brethren around the world, and greetings from Washington State. And we have one more response from Sister Blessing Guillermo. My summer bucket list: go hiking near waterfalls. Very specific, near waterfalls. I know here in Washington, Sister Mia, your mom kind of told us this. So we can get you to talk about it. We heard that you did a lot of sports, especially volleyball and softball. So if you'd like to kind of tell us a little bit about that, Sister Mia.
For school, I was on a school team for my school, and I was a setter for my position for volleyball. And then for softball, it was super fun. And now that I get to do for church, I really would just want to improve on my skills.
Nice. So did you just start that this year, or have you been like participating in volleyball and softball in school previously?
This is the first year I've done softball and volleyball for school. So I'm really proud of myself for trying out and actually making the team.
There we go, right? Like, I think a lot of people have those anxiety, like, of wanting to join a team because you never know if you'll make it. But honestly, the best thing to do is to just go for it. And you never know what you're capable of. And the best way to do it is to just try. There's no harm in trying. And since you did make it on your, which team was it? Was it volleyball or softball?
It was volleyball.
Volleyball, perfect.
I made a C team, which is a beginner team, since I only tried out one time.
Okay, still, you made it on the team. That's great, Sister Mia. What's it called? Now that you've made it onto that team, I assume now you're going to be participating in our volleyball for Unity games?
Yes, brother, I am.
Perfect. How about you, Brother Adriel? Are you going to be participating in any of the sports for our Unity games?
For me, I'm gonna be participating in Unity game, tennis, and volleyball.
Yeah. Tennis and volleyball. Are you a tennis player, Brother Adriel?
Yes.
Nice. How long have you been doing tennis?
Maybe for about 3.5 years.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just starting either.
Yeah.
So that's great. That's very fun. surprisingly, I'm kind of surprised every year that there's more and more brethren that come out and are playing tennis. And it just, I don't know why. I don't expect a lot of people to be playing tennis, but it's always fun to see. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you played tennis, but that's great. So Sister Mia, are you looking forward? Sorry, gonna hop back and forth between both of you. Are you looking forward to participating this year for volleyball?
Yeah, because last year, honestly, I got to improve from last year, which honestly made me better. So I'm really excited to participate this year.
Amazing. I know. Me personally, I don't I don't play sports if that wasn't, but definitely I participate as much as I can, and typically that's usually with volleyball. So volleyball is one of those sports that, like, at least with our local here in Everett, we like to participate in, but we just play it for the love of the game, right? We just to have fun. But definitely it's always fun to see how competitive, the competitive edge from each local on how they, participate, whether that's volleyball or basketball, but especially those two sports. So that's great. Um, let's see here. I think that is pretty much it for our discussion. But before we go into our next segment here, how about we'll start with Sister Mia. Are there any goals for your future summer plans? Is there anything that you're thinking about, trying to like conceptualize on what you want to do for maybe even next summer?
I was thinking hang out with my friends more and plan more CFO activities with CWS too, because I really want to hang out the little generation of our next CWS kids at Tacoma.
That's awesome. And how about you, Brother Adriel? Do you have any kind of plans that you want to fulfill next summer or in summers to come?
Honestly, not yet. I have no clue what I'm gonna do for the next summer. Maybe just like get a job.
You know what? That's valid. That's a very valid goal here, because sometimes that's all we really need to do is just kind of take it one step at a time. And it's, we can have overarching goals, but anything specific is kind of just go with the flow, right? So with that, thank you, Brother Adriel and Sister Mia, for joining us for our discussion today. It was such a blast having both of you on. But now we are going to go into our next segment, which is our CFO in action with Brother Andrew Santa Monica. So without further ado, Brother Andrew, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Brother Josh. And hello to all those viewing. I'm Brother Andrew Santa Monica from the local of #Seattle, right? #Seattle. Let's begin with the previous activities that were held in our district before we talk about the upcoming activities. So on last Sunday, we had our district baptism. And then after that, we had our district all officers meeting with a lot of fun jokes and a time where all the officers in the Church of Christ are there to meet together for the month, because this month we'll have a lot of activities for our Unity Games. Let's start with the Unity Games, tennis, pickleball, and soccer. That is on August 10th. And on August 16th, that is a Sunday. Is that a Sunday? Let me double check. Yes. No, that's a Saturday. So on August 16th, that is the change. That is the new date for the Unity Games softball at Bremerton. Okay, it's not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be on Saturday, August 16th. All right. And on August 19th, the local of Everett has their bowling activity at 6 p.m. in Evergreen Lanes. And on August 20th, the local of Everett has their local anniversary celebration. And later on, at the end of the month, August 31st, our district is going to hold a musical evangelical mission. So we had one last year, and we're going to continue having a lot of musical opportunities to show who we are, right? It's a lot about who we are. So please stay tuned, get ready to be entertained by the musical talent in our district of Washington State. For the weather, it's right now in Seattle, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty cloudy, but there will be some sunny days like next Saturday. But expect partially cloudy weather for the next few days. And just dress for the weather. Be careful out there. If it's hot, don't, don't wear too much jackets and stuff like that. But always make sure to be hydrated when you need to. That's it for today. I want to bring up one more activity. That's the Unity Games basketball and volleyball. That's going to be next month on September 1st at Auburn Fieldhouse. All right, that's it. Back to you, Brother Josh.
All right. Thank you very much, Brother Andrew. I know we got some excited reactions for your last announcement there, but we could go into that after our next segment, which, of course, is our hidden treasures. So, Kuyatek, if you could pull that up. Thank you very much, bro.
Did you know that Washington is the largest producer of blueberries across the United States? That means there are a lot of places here that offer fresh, organic, and delicious blueberries. During the months of July and August, there are many farms where you can pick your own berries. There are even public patches where all it costs is an hour or two under the summer sun. Berry picking is a fun time for friends and family, and deliciously rewarding too. There's nothing quite like getting your hands a little dirty, poking through all the various blueberry plants, and watching your container fill up. In a blueberry field, you'll be able to literally pick and choose the best blueberries you can find. Of course, you'll have to sample to make sure you're getting the most flavorful. Blueberries can hang like grape clusters, plump with juicy sweetness. You can pick them one by one, or a cluster at a time. After a while, you'll develop your own rhythm and method of picking these sweet treats. Don't worry about picking too many, as part of the enjoyment is sharing with friends and family. You can also freeze them and enjoy the taste of summer at a later date. Blueberries not only taste good, they are good for you too. Packed with antioxidants, nutrients, and fiber, blueberries are considered superfoods. And there are so many ways to enjoy them. Adding them to your oatmeal, salads, smoothies, cereal, and ice cream brings the tasty goodness to the next level. Make blueberry jam. Add berries to your pancake. Bake them in muffins, pies, cobblers, and crisps. Enjoy them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even in between. This is Sister Blessing Guillermo with INCRadio Seattle, enjoying the taste of summer in Washington. See you later.
All right. Thank you, Sister Blessing. I don't know about any of you, but are you feeling hungry now? that last bit definitely caught me off guard with the applications of blueberries. And now I'm very hungry for, like, not just blueberries, but just kind of in general. I know I saw a comment from Sister Kate that she's feeling hungry now after that hidden treasure. But I would like to add also with those frozen blueberries, they're also very fun and good to eat frozen. I know frozen berries in general are actually pretty fun, especially during the summer heat. So quick little tip on that. So speaking of, Brother Andrew was saying to be careful in the summer because it's going to get hot and, trying to keep yourself cool. Be sure to join us next week as we go into how, tips and tricks on how to stay safe during the summer months or summer season. So be sure to tune in next week as we go over some of those. And with that, we'd like to just have as a reminder the ways we have to tune in here for our broadcast. And of course, that is here through our YouTube channel, which is the INC Radio DZEM 954. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button as it appears after clicking the subscribe button. So that way you can stay up to date with not only our satellite here in Seattle, but also all of our other wonderful satellites all around the world. Not only is there the YouTube channel, but we also have the INCradio.org. And with that, we'd like to say our special thank yous and shout outs to Brother Eduardo Manalo, our Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Ramil Regino, our District Minister, Brother Relly Rivera, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Chris Valdez, our CFO Overseer, Brother Manly Andaya, our Executive Producer, the listeners, and last but not the least, our INC Radio Tech crew. Thank you all so much, Paul, for your love and support, and none of this would be possible without the support of each and every single one of you. So with that, from INC Radio Seattle, we will see you later.